What's up, YouTube? We are going vibe coding. Vibe code with me. So we have a website, fintify.com. That's a website to create AI pictures of your clothing that sell like 10 times better than your shitty pictures. And what we are gonna create is an automated TikTok video creator, an automated before and after video creator. So this website, you put in your bad picture, click in mode, studio mode, or like clone mode, and it generates like a good picture. As you can see there you have some before and after pictures, and we want to create automated videos that shows the before shot and then the after shot. That's the idea of the vibe code that we are going for. And yeah, here we see some results of the website, of the pictures that are generated. So I already created a script to begin with, where I just put in plain text whatever I want to do with this project, with this vibe coding project. So we gotta look into Supabase every hour, check in the table photos, then we check if there's new photos that we haven't processed yet, put them in a Excel file in our queue, and we want to save the input image field and the photo URL field. And then once we have saved the images, we want to start a remotion render for those inputs with the before and after picture, the input image and the photo URL. And there we just take the image, add before on it, take the other image, add after on it, and maybe add the website in the end. And then once it's finished, we want to save it in a specific folder that's connected to my iPhone, so it's just ready to post on TikTok. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's skip through a little bit. Here's the website. You upload a shitty image, select a model, and you get a nice looking pretty girl wearing your clothing, and it gets way more views and more hearts on Vinted or Depop, whatever you're using. Here's Supabase, the photo table. This is what we're working with, and here we have some fields like the input image URL. That's the input image, this one, and here is an example of an input image, and the output image is over here. That's called the photo URL. Super simple. So yeah, we just enter a prompt into Windsurf. That's the AI code editor that we're using. We say, yo, check out this file, auto before after. That's a file that we created. I made a plan there for whatever we want to do. And can you first create a function that calls another function on an interval? So every hour we want to go into Supabase and check for new videos. Here we are just setting up a pre-main function, just like that's a nice beginning for a Python script. Yes, and then we run the prompt, and here it's first doing some really shitty shit. It's using subprocess or something to call an interval, and it's generating basically 100 lines of code for something that should be done in like 5 lines of code. So let's revert it and let's instruct it a little bit better. Let's say to use a while loop with time.sleep, and then call a new function and then generate. And this is already a lot better. And yeah, now it is running a certain function, the run cycle function, on an interval, whatever we specify. So that's exactly what we want. Now we are saying look into Supabase and look for these fields. We want to save ID, we want to save created at, we want to save the input image URL, photo URL, and that's what we're looking for in Supabase. I am skipping through a little bit. Yes. Image. Yes, what are we doing here? we're importing some stuff. I see it imported like Supabase environment variables from another function, but that's actually not what we want because that's a different Supabase project, so we gotta specify that later. Yeah, here it is. We're checking like some Excel file. Okay, I gotta turn the camera off for a second because I'm looking at environment variables. Yeah, there we go. And then what are we doing right now? I'm, by the way, recording over my old recording because I messed up. The audio wasn't working for the first half hour, so just recording a little bit and skipping through to make it go a little bit faster. Oh yeah, here we're importing Supabase environment variables, but let's give them like a new name so we can actually not overwrite the old ones. Yeah, there we go. Supabase headers, Vintify. Let's just specify them. There we go. Yes. Okay. Run cycle. Okay. Get the time. Okay. Looking at some environment variables again. We are back. I think. Do we have audio? Okay. Sorry, we missed out on audio whenever I switch the camera. Perfect. I lose audio apparently, which really sucks. Okay. I'll see if I can edit it back in. Record some new. As you can see, the old video audio is working again, so I'm gonna switch to that right now. Back in, record some new stuff. Anyways, yes, what I did, I added the env variables, and we are now going to run a test run of the Python script to see if it can get data from Supabase. And let's see if it saves it actually in a Excel SX an Excel file. So here we go. We just press play. It is running the script. And it is now saying no module named open pyxl. Okay, that sucks. Let's just paste our code in here. Yeah, I already ran pip install and then the package name, I believe, but yeah. Install a missing dependency in your virtual environment. Requirements. So let's have a look over here. PyXL. What was it called again? Open something. Pip install. I think this should be able to do it. It has activated. There we go, the right environment, and it's installing it in the right environment. Let's see what else did it do over here. That is all right. That is all right. Yes, accept file, and then we can run the script again, another test run. Are we still having audio? We do have audio. Found 0 photos since. Okay. Supabase photos fetch failed. 404 code 42P01 details relation. Okay. Let's just paste our error in the AI chat and let's see what it comes up with. We've encountered a 404 error in Supabase, blah blah blah. The table is named photos, which is weird. Okay, I'm gonna switch cam again, sorry. Oh, actually, I can just turn my display off. Okay, that's a lot better, actually. Then I'm gonna look at the API keys. General. Table. Public.photos is right. Database. I need to find a URL. Maybe I got the URL wrong or something. API key. What did it do right now? Example, Supabase URL. Okay, it's getting the wrong EMVs. I named them different, so what is it doing here? Yeah, okay, I can go back one step. I'll show you guys actually what I'm doing. 1 second, I'm gonna get the right EMV names. Supabase URL Vintify. There we go. Service role key Vintify. That's it. Close the EMV and then I can turn the screen back on. There we go, and let's do another run. Supabase URL not defined. Okay, let's check this out. URL oh my god, Vintify. Yes. And where else? Supabase URL Vintify. Okay, I think we're good. Let's try it again. Supabase headers not defined. Okay. Headers. Yep. Let's try again. Running. There we go. Okay, it is creating a Excel file. Files not displayed in text editor. Okay, let's check this out in VS Code over here, before after videos, and we have ideas, input image. Don't have an input image everywhere, so that's kind of strange. Or not actually. Okay, that is all right. Okay, we ran a test. It is getting data from Supabase and saving it. Perfect. Now I want to change something. So the start time for start ISO shoot, or like when it starts, it should first check the XLSX file to see what the latest saved photo is, and then use that creation date as the start date for looking in Supabase. Okay, let's just do this small step first. We still have audio, yes, okay. Let's see how is it doing. Okay, creating new functions, class created. Yes, start ISO. Okay, that's a lot of code, but yeah, fine. If it works, it works. Okay. Then we can maybe this is sorted. This is the oldest stuff. Created at 7:18. Photos. Let's check if that is right. Photos, we have 200 this many rows. So let's just enter another ISO. It is right now October 9th. So October, and we'll do like 8. And then we should get a few new entries here at the bottom, but there should be a gap because I see this is like July, so there should be a few months of no data in here. Let's see if that's working. Saved 99 new rows. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see if that worked actually. 927. Yeah, so that didn't really work. Okay, so I tried setting the start ISO, but it didn't work as intended. I set it to oct8, but it got a lot of photos with a creation date of before October 8th. What went wrong here? Also, it's getting like a max of 99 or like 100 photos. What's up with that? Yeah, limit 100. Okay, that's fine, I guess. We are still good here with the recording. Okay, so what did it all do? Bars, latest ISO. Okay, we're not gonna read it because we are still vibing. Yeah, let's just try 1 actually right now. And this should be still 8. Let's accept all whatever it did over there. 1 new photo found since. Okay, let's try looking in this data, and now it is actually working, so that's very good. Delete columns. Oops, sorry. Delete row. Yes, okay. And then we can set this to 9 and 26. 9 FEB, that's the latest right now. And then if we are right, it should add just 1, because this creation date is 27, so it should create, oh fuck, get just 1 more row. 27. Let's close this, open it. Didn't save it actually. No new rows to save. Okay, so I think the limit is for fetching and not for saving. So if we add like a 5 over here, it should probably save at least 1 or maybe a couple. Saved 4 new rows. Yes, there we go. And the FEB is here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got the Supabase stuff alright, on point. We have input image URL, photo URL. Let's delete some. Rows, yes. Delete rows. Delete rows. I think these are very old and I didn't have like a mandatory input image yet. Oops. Okay, delete row, delete row. I'll do that later. Okay, perfect. We have our queue. Nice. Okay, now the next part should be a function that is called after checking Supabase and saving the data. That function checks the queue, and if there's an item in the XLSX file with field processed still false, it then takes the fields from that row and calls a new function that I will tell you later what it should do. Okay, this is just hooking up some logic. After that is working, it should be very easy for this AI to do that right now. We will give it an example of a remotion, or actually we will do some fun stuff that is actually creating the remotion composition. That is basically a template for video creation. Check and process queue. Perfect, that's a good name. And we have a file here next unprocessed. Handle queue item. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, nice. After save photos last checked. Okay, perfect. Or actually what I will do is yes, process queue item should call a remotion render like this, but the remotion composition has a different name, and the output file name is different. And props. Okay, nice. The check and process queue, next unprocessed from item, yes, handle queue item. Okay. The handle queue item function should call a remotion a render, kinda like this example, but then it should create the props from the but then the props should be the, what do we call this again? Input image URL and the photo URL that we saved in the XLSX. Okay, then we have props. It doesn't need a audio file. Okay. The title should or with the output file name should be inside this folder, and then just be like a date plus minutes plus sec. Okay. Yes. And the remotion composition that is called is not single captioned video, but before after video. Perfect. And that is basically it, I think. If we have that, then we only need the remotion stuff. Okay, it's implementing handle queue item. Yes, okay, let's accept this actually. Sick. I'm actually excited for it to work. That's gonna be so cool. Render before, after. Okay, I created a new function for that. That's perfect. It takes those as inputs, and it is subprocess running remotion there. Okay, I'm not certain. CMD, yeah, okay, entry. Okay, that's fine. Composition, that's fine. Output path, that is timestamp before, after, timestamp. Okay, that's fine. Output file name, output there. What do we have here is output there, render before, after. and output there. That's all right. Photo URL, item.get. Yes, item dictionary. Okay, input URL. I think this is actually good. So yes, let's look at remotion. Let's answer the questions here. Yes, and this one, yes. Mark the row as processed in the XLSX. That's what it's doing. Only. Okay, yeah, okay. That's actually a good suggestion by the AI. I forgot about that. Okay, it's returning an output path, and yeah, okay, that seems alright. If you want, I can also limit to processing exactly one item per cycle to rotate process one, or add a loop to process multiple until max per run. Okay, where the queue is processed, run cycle saves any new photos to the Excel file, and then calls check and process queue, which picks the first in process and dispatches handle queue item. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Is it doing all the remaining videos from the queue? It should actually. Check and process queue. So yeah, this is next, and this is not in a while loop or anything. Yes, so can you make it loop to process multiple until a max per run? Let's say 15 for now. This is still working. Okay. Yes, and this should just, exactly add a while loop. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, perfect. Now, let's work on creating a remotion composition. I already have a remotion project in my dash video. Yes, let's add a new file there for before after video. It should take the props then it should create a screen of the input picture, and then display cover, or like object cover, and put a text on top of it that says before. Then after 2 seconds it switches to a next screen that is the photo URL with a text on it that says after. Then it after 2 seconds it switches to a screen that shows a logo with vintify.com under it, and the text. Yeah, what did I write over here? For the best vintage pictures. Or clothing pictures, whatever. Can you also then add a composition in the root file in that remotion folder? Yeah, I think that's probably it. It probably needs some styling. Let's see, single caption video. Hello world, caption video. I have another remotion project with nice like swipe transitions. Do we really need it though? Okay, let's try this, and then we can edit the styling of the text in this remotion, because I want to have it look like TikTok text. So I already have that in the single caption video. Maybe I can show you what it kind of looks like. Nah, that's bad. Also very bad. Yeah, more like this, actually. It should look like this. But then a bigger font even. Okay. Before after video, there we go. And then let's actually open that remotion stuff, cd my video, and an npm run dev. Let's have a look. Yes, okay, we do have some stuff over here, so that's very good actually. Then here, yeah, let's save it. What the hell? Before, after, so let's just get a before picture. And let's get an after picture. Nice. There we fucking go. Okay, let's check this out. Before after video, do we have a logo stuff somewhere? Nope. Do we have the logo somewhere here? Maybe you can get it from the website actually. Inspect element, and then if we just get this. Nope. Let's see our website. How are we defining the logo icon? Actually, okay, that would be cool. We can just do it exactly like that. Okay, cool. Can we add a logo above the website? It should be this from from Okay, that should add basically the icon above here. And I actually don't like how it is doing that. No, import it like this. Also give me the install command. Oh yeah, fuck. Let's go back here. Like import it like this. And then we can cancel this out and we can go here in our package application and we can install npm install Lucida React. Okay, for some reason it is install or using the shirt, so let's check. Are we actually using the shirt here? We are using the dress, which is stupid. Icon node. Do we need to install Lucid Lab as well? Yeah. Give me the command to install. Okay, there we go. Let's check the package.json. Let's see the React. Okay, I think it is fine. Yes, okay, let's do npm run dev, open the local server again. Let's reload the page. Yes, this we can close. Before after video, and then we need to increase the size. Okay, we need to increase the size of the font size. Yeah, maybe like this. Of the icon by a lot. There's a lot of things that I like about there we go. Come on, swim in. Just keep swimming before after video. We're almost done. Sick. Okay, that's it for the best clothing pictures. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. That is sick. Okay. Perfect. Now I want to change the styling of the before text and the after text. Please look in single captioned video. We are rendering text there. I want it to look exactly the same. Okay, let's check this out. It should check it. Okay, that is sick. That is perfect. Before, after. Okay, nice. Yeah, sure. Font size. Let's make this like 120. Or let's make it 120. Okay, perfect. And now let's see. It is taking padding bottom. Let's do this 40%. 50%. Okay, and now on the before slide, I want to add another text, but then it should say your vintage pics. But this text should be at the top instead of the bottom. So padding top 20% or something. Let's see your vintage pics. What size are we dealing with? 100. $80. Let's do 80. Okay, I think this is kind of alright. Let's do a test run. We have a remotion thing working. Let's see. If it actually handle queue item, how many does it do? process just one, and Python, yeah, saved 4. Okay, it should save 0 and still do the queue. Okay, saved 4, is that right? Whatever. It is rendering right now. Let's see our D network shirt stuff, Vintify. There we go. And it's saved into Vintify. Process 1 item this cycle, max 1. That's very, very good. And now we should have somewhere in this thing something set to true. Yes, okay, all the way at the top it's set 1 to true. Let's look at the end result. Okay, that's why it didn't work. Yes. Okay, let's just delete a bunch of photos. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. Delete rows. Okay, let's delete that one. Let's run it again. I don't fully understand latest ISO. So yeah, it's using this one, but then the latest, it is getting here the latest data from it. Check, is there anything newer? Anyways, yeah, so then it should get 5 or something. Or it's counting that one. Saved 4 new rows. Ah, yeah, so it's getting 5, but the date that we are using is then not counted, so it has 4 left. So okay, it seems like the logic is correct. Process 1, let's look at it. Your Vinted pics before, after, Vintify.com. That's sick. Okay, we are actually fucking done. Let's do maybe before, after Vintify. Yeah, okay. I feel like it is better if we do another label, Vintify. And then if we skip this whole sequence, yes, sequence. Okay. Yes, and let's look at top label. Okay, I want the after text to be 2 lines. It should say after Vintify. Please make it work the same as the lines in single captioned video. And let's re-enable this, otherwise the AI might delete the code. It tends to do that. Yes, okay, just split it into lines. That would be very cool. And then I think we are done. Like really done, and it's probably better for TikTok. It seems less like an ad, but more like content. Like just cool before after content that's valuable and not too pushy in your face. Check out this website. Bottom labels, lines, map. Okay. Accept all. After Vintify. Before, after Vintify. Before, after Vintify. Bottom labels, font size 80. Let's just play around a little bit after Vintify. Does this look better? I don't know. Bottom labels after Vintify. Let's try this. Okay, this is better. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Whatever. Let's uncomment this sequence. We are done, and then we should go into the root over here. Duration 3 segments is 2 seconds each, 60. So this is 120. Yes, okay. Let's do one more. Okay, these are both kind of shit, but it's from the input image. Let's do before, after. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright, that's alright, that's alright. Yes. This is running now every hour, so that's very, very good. Checking process queue. Let's do 10 immediately. And then here do we have stuff? Okay, delete rows, save. It doesn't seem to be saving them as true here. Not sure if that is going right. Yeah, let's just render 10. Let's see what happens. Is it doing? Yeah, it's doing the same video again. That's kind of annoying. But maybe I'm thinking it was because I had the file, the Excel file open, that it couldn't write. Yeah, that's the same one as there. So let's just check this over here. True, yeah, okay, it is working. It is writing as true. Saved, so this should be the new video. Your vintage pics before, after. Okay, these are very old results from my web app, so the pictures look a little bit shit, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, there we go. Your vintage pics before, after vintify. That is really good. I would post this, not this. This I would post. This is perfect for TikTok. So yeah, let's delete all these. Different girl, different output, also an old result when it was still kind of shit. Nano Banana wasn't out yet. Realism wasn't perfect. Yeah, this is more test data. Anyways, it is generating videos now. I can just turn this on in the background, and every hour it will create new videos. It will check Supabase, the website, backend, to see if there's more content to generate videos from, and then it will just generate them. It will save them in a folder that's connected to my iPhone. Perfect, this is content. Your vintage pics before, after vintify. Bam, and it's very sellable. Girl on it. That's perfect. Postable on TikTok. New video, there we go. It just takes a couple of seconds. Same shirt again after vintify. Perfect. And since my website has like hundreds of pictures, these are all old, it will just go through every single one of them and generate a before and after video from it, save it to this folder, ready to post from my iPhone to TikTok. Yeah, even shoe pictures, fucking sick. Nice. Okay guys, we did it. It took quite a while. Let's check the timer. OBS, we have been recording for almost 2 hours. VibeCoding, freaking hard session, but we did it and we got something really cool. We got a automated content pipeline, templated videos from Supabase, your website backend to TikTok. Super cool AI stuff. TikTok edits, let's go. I hope you guys liked it. Drop a comment, please. It took me 2 hours. Subscribe if you want to see more. Give me ideas for videos, whatever you want to see. Are you also building websites? Are you looking for automation strategies? Are you looking for AI stuff? Tell me, what are you working on? What business are you running? I would be super glad if I can help you think strategies or whatever is possible, and I would even like make a video for you, and if you want custom work, I could do it for you. I really like helping people, so yeah, drop a comment. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the like, whatever. Thank you guys. It's really late. I'm gonna drink some tea. Goodbye.